Dear students, now we are discussing about the properties of triangles. Second section, that is 4 marks problems. First one, prove that A cos A plus B cos B plus C cos C is equal to 4R sin A sin B sin C. So here what given here? Given A cos A plus B cos B plus C cos C. We have to prove 4R sin A sin B sin C. So given LHS. Given LHS. What given LHS? A cos A plus B cos B plus C cos C. Here A cos A plus B cos B plus C cos C is there. This is given LH. We know the sine rule. What is sine rule? A is equal to 2R sin A. B is equal to 2R sin B. C is equal to 2R sin C. These are the sine rule. So we have to substitute in this. A is 2R sin A into cos A plus 2R sin B into cos B plus 2R sin C into cos C. Here you take common R. So R common. What is the remaining? 2 into sin A cos A plus 2 into sin B cos B plus 2 into sin C cos C is there. So what is the remaining? This is implies we know that 2 sin A cos A. What is 2 sin A cos A? This is sin 2A. Similarly 2 sin B cos B. This is sin 2B. Similarly, 2 sin C cos C. This is sin 2C. Why? Because sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta. We know this formula. So, we have to write from this. But we know that sin 2A plus sin 2B plus sin 2C is equal to what? 4 sin A sin B sin C. Why? Because this is from transformations formula. From transformations formula. We know this one. Okay. From transformation we have the sin 2A plus sin 2B plus sin 2C is equal to 4 sin A sin B sin C. Just we have to substitute here R into what is the sin 2A plus sin 2B plus sin 2C? This is 4 into sin A into sin B into sin C. Then we can written as 4R sin A sin B sin C. This is the RHS required answer. Okay, all of you. Here, second problem, prove that sigma A cube sin of B minus C equal to 0. This is the given problem, and here sigma A cube sin of B minus C is the given, and we have to prove sigma A cube sin of B minus C is equal to 0. So here you write given that sigma A cube into sin of B minus C. But we know the sine rule. A is equal to 2R sin A. B is equal to 2R sin B. C is equal to 2R sin C. We know this one, and you have to write this as sigma a square into a cube can be written as a square into a sine of b minus c. But a is equal to what? 2r sine a. So sigma a square into 2r sine a into sine of b minus c. But we know that in triangle ABC, a plus b plus c is equal to pi. So, but b plus c is equal to what? Pi minus a. But sine of b plus c is equal to what? Sine of pi minus a is equal to what? Sine a. So, instead of sine a, you substitute sine of b plus c. So, this is sigma. 2 are common, and the remaining a square into sine of b plus c into sine of b minus c. But we know that formula of compound angle a plus b, sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b is equal to what? Sine square a minus sine square b. By using this formula, what can be written as? This is 2r of sigma into a square into this is sine square b minus sine square c. Sine square b minus sine square c. But a is equal to what? A is equal to 2r sine a implies it can be written as 2r sine a. This is implies 2r into sigma a square. This is 2r sine a whole square into sine square b minus sine square c. Okay, all of you. This one, and 2r whole square is 4r square. 4r square into 2r, 8r cube into sigma sine square a of sine square b minus sine square c is there. Here sigma is there, angles a, b, c. So here we have given b minus c minus a minus b like this. So this is in the form of 8r cube. This can be written as sigma is there. This is sine square a into sine square b minus sine square c plus b minus c is there. Next, this is the sine square b of sine square c minus sine square a plus sine square c of sine square b minus sine square a minus sine square c is there. So sine square a minus this is sine square b minus c minus a minus b is there. So it can be written as 8r cube common sine square a into sine square b, sine square a into sine square b minus sine square a into sine square c plus sine square b into sine square c minus sine square a into sine square b plus this is sine square a into sine square c. Sine square c into sine square a, you can write order sine square a into sine square c minus this is sine square b minus sine square c is there. Here you observe here minus sine square A sine square B plus sine square A sine square B get cancelled, and plus sine square A sine square C minus sine square A sine square C cancelled, and plus sine square B sine square C minus sine square B sine square C cancelled. Therefore, we can written as 8r cube into 0 is equal to what? 0. This is the RHS. Okay, all of you. This one. Dear students, here third problem, prove that a sine b minus c by b square minus c square equal to b sine c minus a by c square minus a square equal to c sine a minus b by a square minus b square. So we have to prove that this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. Okay, all of you. So here first one given, first one a into sine of b minus c by b square minus c square. So what is a sine rule? Sine rule, a is equal to 2r sine a and b is equal to 2r sine b and c is equal to 2r sine c. So you have to substitute in this. This is implies a 2r sine a, b this is sine of b minus c by b square 2r sine b whole square minus 2r sine c whole square. So you have to common in denominator 4r square. Numerator is 2r. So 2r by denominator is 4r square. From numerator sine a into sine of b minus c by this is sine square b minus sine square c is there. Here 2 to the 4 r cancelled. Then we can written as 1 by 2r, and moreover a plus b plus c is equal to what? Pi. From this we can written as b plus c is equal to pi minus a. So sine of b plus c is equal to sine of pi minus a is equal to sine a. So you have to substitute in this. Sine a is equal to what? Sine of b plus c. So then you can written as, so sine 1 by 2r. 1 by 2r is remaining into sine of b plus c into sine of b minus c by here sine square b minus sine square c. We know that sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b is equal to what? Sine square a minus sine square b. This is compound angle formula. This is implies 1 by 2r into numerator is, so sine square b minus sine square c by denominator is given sine square b minus sine square c. This one cancel 1 by 2r. So first one is 1 by 2r. Next you take second one. What is b into sine of c minus a by c square minus a square. Then you have to substitute the sine rule. What is b here? B is equal to 2r sine b. What is c here? C is equal to 2r sine c. What is a here? A is equal to 2r sine a. Then this is 2r sine b into sine of c minus a by denominator denominator 2r sin c whole square minus 2r sin a whole square. So from numerator 2r is common. This is what is sin b? Sin b is equal to sin of, so here you write sin b plus c is equal to sin a, and sin a plus c is equal to sin b, and sin a plus b is equal to sin c. Similarly, so here you write what is sin b? Sin b is equal to sin of a plus c. You have to substitute here. This is 2r by 4r square is there, and sin of a c plus a into sin of c minus a by denominator is sin square c minus sin square a. So here 2r cancel, 1 by 2r into. So by the use of the compound angle formula, then we can retain as sin square c minus sin square a numerator, and denominator is sin square c minus sin square a. So this one cancel. Here 1 by 2r is, second one is 1 by 2r. Second one is 1 by 2r. This is second one, and this is first one. Next, third one. What is third one? C into. So C. What is third one? C sin of a minus b by a square minus b square. Here AC is equal to what? 2r into sin c into sin of a minus b by here 2r sin a whole square minus 2r sin b whole square. This is implies 2r into, what is sin c here? Sin c is equal to sin of a plus b. So sin of a plus b into sin of a minus b by, this is 4r square of, this is sin square a minus sin square b. So 2r cancel, 1 by 2r into, numerator is sin square a minus sin square b by denominator is sin square a minus sin square b. This one cancel, is equal to 1 by 2r. Therefore 1 and 1 comma 2 and 3, what we can written as given is proved. So given is proved. Okay, all of you. This one. Here, fourth problem. Prove that sigma a square into sin of b minus c by sin b plus sin c equal to 0. Here, given LH is this one, and we have to prove RHS. Okay, all of you. Sigma a square sin of b minus c by sin b plus sin c is equal to 0. So here solution. So given LHS, sigma a square into sin of b minus c by, this is sin b plus sin c is given LHS. Then it can be written as, here we know the sine rule. Sine rule, what is? A is equal to 2r sin a and b is equal to 2r sin b and c is equal to 2r sin c. Okay, all of you. This one. So you can written as sigma a square. What is a square? This is 2r sin a whole square into sin of b minus c by denominator sin b plus sin c. So it can be written as sigma 2r whole square is 4r square into sin A into sin of B minus C by this is sin B plus sin C. Okay, all of you. This one here sin A. We know the formula sin of we know the A plus B plus C is equal to pi. So B plus C is equal to pi minus A. So sin of B plus C is equal to what? Sin of pi minus A is equal to sin A. So instead of sin A, we have to substitute sin of B plus C. Similarly, sin of A plus B is equal to sin C, and sin of B plus C is equal to sin of A plus B. C plus A is equal to sin B. Okay, all of you. So you have to substitute what is sin A. Instead of sin A, you have to substitute the value sin of B plus C. So this can be written as, this is implies sigma 4r square into sin A. One sin A is there, and one sin A, this is sin of B plus C into sin of B minus C by denominator is sin B plus sin C is there. This is implies sigma, here 4r square common, sigma sin A into, it is sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B, that is sin square A, sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B is equal to what? Sin square A minus sin square B, compound angle formulas. So it can be written as sin square B minus sin square C. Denominator is sin B plus sin C is there. You observe here, this is in the form of A square minus B square. A square minus B square is the algebraic formula. A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. So by using this formula, you expand this one, 4r square sigma 4r square sigma sin A into, this is, what is this? Sin B plus sin C into sin B minus sin C by denominator is sin B plus sin C. Here this one cancel. What is the remaining? 4r square into sigma, this is sin A into sin B minus sin C is equal to, this is implies 4r square into sigma sin A of sin B minus sin C is there. It can be written as sin A sin B minus sin A sin C plus sin A sin B sin A sin C. Next here A B C. Here B minus C is there. Next C minus A. It can be written as one more step is there. So it can be written as sin A of sin B minus sin C. Okay, plus it can be written as sin B of sin C minus sin A plus sin C of sin B minus sin A minus sin B. Okay, all of you. This can be written as 4r square into sin A sin B minus sin A sin C plus this is sin B sin C minus sin A sin B plus this is sin A sin C minus sin B sin C. You observe here sin A sin B minus sin A sin B and sin A sin C minus sin A sin C plus sin A sin C sin B sin C minus sin B sin C. So 4r square into 0 is equal to 0. Hence the RHS is the resultant. Okay, all of it. That's all.